Actually, after coming to such places, I realized there are bigger stars than me here. Uh, for sure. Um, well, very bad with speeches, so let me start with my first. This is one of the few firsts here. Be it taking a 5:30 a.m. flight to come to Goa, like who takes a 5:30 a.m. flight to come to Goa? To really getting decked up nicely, neatly in my supposedly formal, fashionable clothes and addressing all of you here in this formal gig. Well, I call it a formal gig because we all engineers make everything sound so cool. So let's call it a formal gig. So yeah, I mean, sir, you said you were out of place here. I think I by far take away the cake of being out of place. I really want to take the next flight and rush back by the kind of gathering that I'm seeing here right now. I don't have such stories to tell. I don't have such kind of an experience like Rajat sir. I don't have that kind of fan following sitting right there. I don't have the kind of achievement. But yeah, oh, how sweet of you, thank you. So yeah, I genuinely feel a little out of place here. But yes, I think 5 years, 1 month and 5 days is what took me to come to this side, standing here from there, where I was a couple of years back as an engineering student. Well, I can only say I can stand as an example for the fact that in India, we only become engineers first to figure out later what we really want to become. So yes, I am an engineer, software engineer, if you ask me. Okay, woo, yes, software, yes. Well, if you ask me why did I do engineering, well, no matter how weird it sounds from a girl's mouth, I loved mathematics. Yes, and I kind of managed to score like those 96, 97 marks in 12th board, thinking, yes, I have to be an engineer. This is it. This is the only thing I should be doing. Well, when I entered engineering, it was quite a task because I missed out from quite a few ranks and numbers to be able to make it to the most prestigious institutions. BITS also didn't really take me. Well, but then no loss, no gain. I'm still standing here. So yes, I mean, as I told you, we all become engineers first and then decide what we have to do, right? So yes, so that's my journey. When I started off, yes, I became an engineer, but during those 4 years, a lot changed. My first year, I was trying to figure out, is this really where I see myself after 4 years sitting and coding? Like, with all due respect to people who do it, my best friends do it as well, but I couldn't really see myself doing it within the first year. Second year onward, my attendance went down. I started doing other stuff, like made my own only female dancing group of my college, where, you know, in engineering, girls is like a scarcity. So you have like 10 girls dancing team from an engineering institution was itself a huge achievement. That is one of my, like, the biggest achievements, trust me. The kind of things I suffered making those girls stand together as a group and then making them win all the possible competitions of that year. Well, I like to boast about myself, I'm an actor. So yes, so from there it started. The second year, yeah, it was a little difficult for me to digest that this is not what I really want to do, but I'm already in it. So now what do? I have to get through it. I didn't want to leave things in between because that's not how I handle my life. So I went ahead, completed my second year. Third year, someone said, oh, you kind of look nice. Why don't you try modeling? And I was like, okay, so what do I do next? Yeah, thank you for that support. Yeah, thank you. I believe I look nice. And then, yeah, of course, I got my portfolio shot. 5-6 months, I did some crazy campaigns for the biggest of brands in Delhi because my dad didn't allow me to go out of Delhi. Because he said, no night outs and no out of Delhi for you because I'm scared you're not going to complete your engineering. So yes, in third year, I managed to do 5-6 months of modeling. Well, after that, third year, yes, I finished a few assignments of modeling and a lot of people started calling me up for movies, especially from South, because they happened to find this round, cute face with very nice smile. So they thought I could act. Okay, so I was like, okay, well, I don't know the language. That's okay. 90% of actresses here don't know it. We'll teach them. I said, okay, so you seem pretty confident more than me that you can make me act. Okay, so I said, let me think about it later because I need to complete my engineering. Otherwise, daddy says no going out of house. So I said, okay, fourth year. Fourth year actually was the most difficult to pass because my HOD gave me a warning, or I think most of you must be familiar with that challenge. I'll see how you pass this year. Because this final year project is in my hands. With your kind of attendance, and with your kind of going all over the place with all your public speaking, dancing, modeling, this, blah, 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 and your red hair, which I had at that time, they thought, yeah, you understand the importance of that in an engineering institution. Let me just stress on that again and again. So yes, so all that, he was like, let me see how you pass this fourth year with your submission of the final year project, as you all must be knowing. So I, along with two other friends of mine who got similar warning, not for the red hair, but for other things, they, along with me, decided, let's just make something that these people won't be able to even question us on. And we ended up making an iPhone app at that time. I'm talking about, say, 5-6 years back. An iPhone app which is called Font Swap, first of its kind, which could help you change all the 4 fonts that are available on iPhone. We used Objective-C, and our professors had no clue about it. So we submitted that project. Yeah, we submitted that project and ended up winning the university second best project, I guess, because again, even there, they couldn't really understand what we exactly did. So yeah, we were the most fancy ones, the iPhone app people, so we walked away with it. It was strange because this particular application was used by Dhanush. I'm sure now everyone knows about him. And when I was working with him in my first ever Tamil movie, he was making fun of me. Oh, you Sardarni, coming from Delhi, you think you can do a lot of stuff, you're making this happen. I said, just click the about button. And he clicked that, and there was my name along with my friends. And that was a big shocker for him. And that's the kind of shock I keep getting from people when I tell them about this. Half of them look at me disbelief. Really? Okay, you were an engineer. Oh, everyone is an engineer in this country. Oh, you made an app. So nothing was so fancy about it, I think, from a lot. But that app kind of raises eyebrows in a good way for me. Well, talking about my entering into movies, well, movies happened to me because I gave my CAT exam after my 4th year exams. Ended up getting like, not so good, but good for many, 88. 88 percentile for me was not so good because I wanted to just cross 90, didn't want to aim for IIMs. I knew my reality. So I was like, just let me go through some decent college of Delhi, Bombay, don't want to go to some remote area. So let me just give it again next year. Next year means 1 year of sitting idle. By the way, I forgot to mention, I was placed in Infosys in my 3rd year, first on-campus placement that happened. Yeah. And that was not because I wanted that job. It was only to prove to my father that I'm capable of getting a job. Now it's up to me to join it or no. So it was purely for that. So I did that. I got my job. And after my CAT exam failure, I should say so, 1 year, I thought, okay, let me just prepare for my CAT again. I'll give it next year. What to do this 1 year? I don't want to sit idle. I'm used to multitasking. You can't make me sit at one place for long. As you can see, I've been just walking and strolling around. Well, so yeah, that's what I did 1 year. I got a lot of offers for movies and I decided, okay, let me give it a shot. South ही तो है. नहीं चलेगी तो वापस दिल्ली में आके किसी को वैसे भी क्या पता चलना है. So I was like, okay, let me just try it. Earning a few rupees is not that bad for that idle 1 year. So I did that. I don't know, I genuinely believe, and it is like that, my lifeline is actually stronger than, my luck line is stronger than my lifeline. And I ended up becoming a part of the, the 6th National Award winning movie Articulum for Tamil. That was my first movie. And thank you so much, but I didn't win any of those national awards out of that 6. I think I was the only one who didn't win there. It's okay, I have a deal with that director that I'm going to come again in his movie and probably win one soon. So yeah, so that happened, and before that movie released, I was probably one of those very few newcomers who was changing my a character between the Telugu actress and a Tamil actress simultaneously, because I was working on one Tamil, one Telugu movie side by side, and had 3 movies signed already before my first released. So, and it was just like crazy money flowing in and crazy appreciation for God knows what, because as far as I know, I never knew acting. So there was something that directors kept on telling me, that you have something which you need to work upon, will be great if you do. You have a certain kind of screen presence is what they called it, and I thought they're just making me feel nice because they don't want me to feel out of place amongst all actors. But yes, I would like to believe so. They really saw something which I couldn't, because a few years down the line, after 3 years you can say, I completed like 15 movies in 3 years. And in South, it was a huge, because in 1 year I remember I had 7 releases. So I was really thinking, okay, what am I doing? Morning I'm going for 1 movie shift, evening I'm going for another shift, I'm barely sleeping. What exactly am I doing? Is acting, do I really know acting? Am I really enjoying it? After 3 years, imagine, because I didn't have a single day to sit and introspect that, is this what I really want to do? So, because as you know, my journey was, I wanted to be an MBA postgrad. I'm suddenly 15 movies down in 3 years. So this was pretty difficult thing for me to digest. This kind of introspection happened when I got Chashme Baddoor, my first Hindi movie. And luckily, like, again, I was just sitting and I got that offer. I didn't really go for any auditions. Thank God, otherwise I wouldn't have cracked it. Trust me, I'm telling you this one truth that I haven't told media. I've never passed any audition of mine till date. I haven't. I haven't. So, well, I mean, good or bad, it has always worked in my favor, because the kind of movies that have rejected me, I don't think I want to name them. I don't think you want to see them, or you've even seen them. So let just it be. So, yeah. So after 3 years, I realized it, because I did this Hindi movie, and I thought, okay, now the whole country knows me. Now I can't really take a step back. It's no more just South. So then I, sat down and thought, okay, now let me just change the whole strategy. Let me try to plan something. So the planning was just to take it slow, just to do the kind of stuff that I really am enjoying doing. But a lot of times, people guide you when you don't come from a movie background. People guide you, oh no, you need to be rolling in the market, so you need to keep doing 4 or 5 movies at a time. You need to keep churning out movies where actresses' lifespan is really less and really short. So you need to keep doing movies continuously. I mean, all these things I kept on hearing and kept on saying yes to movies which I should not have. And I'm sure all of us do that. One thing was for sure, I never did it for money, because I remember my dad, when I was leaving for this, to work in this industry, he told me that never ever think that you need to earn money, that's why you're going for this industry. Do it till the time you enjoy, then come back. We always have something else ready for you to go ahead with. And I'm sure, I mean, even I was confident I could have done anything else. Why here only for earning money? So yes, I slowed down my pace of doing movies. And I selected a few ones. Things turned out like really good for me, because last 2 years, whichever movie I've done, be it a guest appearance role, started becoming a huge hit in all the 3 languages. So that I thought now, it's something that has started really working on in my favor. Let's just keep it going. Side by side, since I have a lot of time in my hand, let's start up something new, something which is going to be with me beyond this acting career. Well, actually, coming to this acting career, let me just answer 2 things which I was, just talk about 2 things that I was hearing when I was sitting as an audience here. Mr. Zaidi, when he said that the TV movie heroes are more confident or braver heroes than these cardboard heroes. Sir, why regret that? Because I'm sure we all are, I think all of us are braver than those cardboard heroes who are there. So... And Mr. Kapoor, I'm sure you'll be expecting this from me as an actor. I mean, I respect you as a director, all of us do. But an actor, I think I surely did much more than looking there, down and taking my paycheck and go away. My first ever movie, I was in Madurai, a place I never visited, talking in Tamil, the language I never heard about, speaking in the Madurai slang, which my mouth could not take easy. and standing next to Dhanush, who's won national award for that, and not knowing what is happening, what is this acting, it was a pretty tough deal for me to digest that and do that. For my second movie, I dubbed for a language, Telugu, which I didn't speak till then. I took like 8 days to dub for 8 scenes and 8 hours every day, just because I wanted to connect with my work. It was not that easy to become an actor. I didn't want to take it for granted. One of the movies that I did recently with a guest appearance, I was in a mud slush for like 6 hours, just trying to portray a situation that was there given by the director. I had to portray some really intense emotions in between that real mud slush, and trust me, it was not a face pack put around me. It was a real mud slush. There was a sequence, for 12 hours, I was shooting underwater. Of course, I used to come up to breathe a little bit, but I was there, floating there for 12 hours non-stop overnight to shoot a sequence for one of my bilingual movies. So I would beg to differ to the fact that actors get it easy. We don't get it easy at all. So, I mean, I'm the only one here probably, if we had more support. Since you are first a director and then an actor, I mean, I'm sure you beg to differ, but since I'm only an actor and don't want to become a director, so I would think otherwise. So yes, so as I said, I had some time in between my acting. After I slowed down my pace of doing movies is when I thought I need to come up with something which is totally disconnected from my acting career, which I will continue once I'm done with my acting. Yes, I believe I'll be done with my acting, because this is not something that I want to do for the rest of my life. I want to enjoy it till the time I'm enjoying it, because I have switched professions so quick that I believe that a day might come where I want to switch this profession as well. So then came this wedding planning venture. One of my best friends, she was working under a wedding planner for like 4 or 5 years, and she was handling the basic creatives. My sister, who's sitting here, Shagun, she was working in a production house handling their events. And I thought that I had probably, enough creativity to add on, and the contacts, of course, that come along with being an actor. So 3 of us together started this venture. Before we could officially launch it, we had a few friends of ours who got to know about this particular venture, and they were very much interested in giving us a shot. So a few actor friends of mine, for their birthdays and for their anniversary parties or something, we did a few events for them, the decor and planning for their events. It turned out to be really successful. We launched the company officially a few months back. It's called The Wedding Factory. And 3 girls, 3 of us run this company so much so that when we went for one of our client meetings, they were not very sure we can actually handle the wedding. 3 girls, out of which 2 are unmarried, I'm not sure they can handle the wedding. It might sound a little weird, but no, we do handle weddings. We have an upcoming wedding season coming up. We have a lot of tie-up with hotels who give us the monopoly over their decor. We went ahead, did that for a couple of months. We also have tie-up with a few designers, which I'm going to expand further in the next season, who have their clients who go for the designing of the outfit first, or I have my, when they come to me, my clients, I take them to these designers who I'm associated for their entire wardrobe design or whatever. And so we are increasing our tie-ups as and when the seasons happen. This time, this is the first season, the first big season of ours, starting from November. We had at least 5 to 6 confirmed weddings happening this time. And till now, we have a few queries which we have to crack. This is something that, just again happened with the flow. I never planned it, because I wanted to do something which is going to be totally different from my acting, because I don't want any strings to be attached when I'm done with my acting and I'm starting a new life, because I really want to start a new life after some time, because I like to live so many lives in one life, which is actually an actor's life's definition. But I don't want to limit myself to one profession, is what is my personal belief. That's the reason why I started this particular venture. And we still, as you say, a startup. Yes, we are. The best part about this thing was we didn't really have to invest much. The business plan, if you ask me, since we started off with a few friends of ours already investing in our business by giving us the opportunity to do their events, we made a decent bit of money to get our inventory in place and move ahead with the upcoming season. So it was not that bad a thing to start off till now. I'll know it later in a year or two whether I'm running in profit or losses. But so far, so good. So, just to sum it up for you all, my life, my journey, it was not really, a planned plan, or should I say, I've been a destiny's child, or my plan A has always been planned by the destiny, but the plan B was always in my hand, and I made sure it was a strong one. That's why I could go out and venture out and do some crazy things in my plan A. So that's what I would like to tell all of you. Please go ahead with your plan. Don't think about your plan A. Go ahead with whatever you are getting. Go and explore opportunities, but make sure you have your plan B in place, which is going to be the backbone when you go ahead and explore your plan A. That's all. Thank you. And yes, if you have questions for me, since I don't have those kind of stories to tell or something, if you still have questions for me, I'd be open to answering it.
Taapsee, do you look forward to working in parallel cinema, or are you currently in talks for any such movie?
Well, yeah, I forgot to touch upon that point. Well, entertainment is also a business, and a business runs only if there's inflow of money. And see, everyone, the best part about this profession is everyone has their own opinion, and they are correct. Every opinion is correct in this industry. For me, if you ask me, I need to do a commercial movie for my audience to come and see a parallel cinema, because if they don't know me via a commercial movie, they wouldn't want to experiment and come and watch an offbeat movie. So that is the reason for me to be open. That's why I did a Chashme Baddoor. When people came and watched me in Baby, they got a big shock, because they couldn't believe it's the same girl, and then they suddenly see, oh, she can act just because I did Baby. No, it was just because I showed versatility. So there are many reasons, which go hand in hand for doing a offbeat cinema. I'm very much open to it, but yes, I need to do a commercial movie parallelly to it, because I want my audience to come and watch that movie which I'm doing as an offbeat cinema, and I don't want it to just, just go in air and people just talk about it or download it and watch it. I would rather want them to come to theaters. Anyone else?
Yeah, take this. Excuse me. Yeah. How was your experience working with Akshay Kumar in Baby?
I thought I'll get some different questions than my regular interview questions, but not so, I guess. Akshay, well, he is one of the most soft-spoken, I should say, or he's not at all like his on-screen persona. He's not at all those, angry, fighting around kind of a guy. He speaks in such a calm way. Acha, chalo, dekh lete hain, kya kar rahi hai? Like, you don't really believe that he's the action guy of Indian cinema when you see Akshay Kumar. He never gets angry, and he believes that he can never get angry as well. So yeah, it was quite an experience, because he was the one in charge of getting me trained for Baby. Well, another thing that doesn't come easy being an actor, I had a severe ligament tear when I was shooting for my movie, and I was under a few shots, not the shorts, the shorts. Yeah, when I was shooting for that sequence, because I was told by doctor, you're going on your own risk. You might just rupture it for life. But I was like, I have to do it because it's once in a lifetime opportunity. So yeah, he was the person who took care of the fact that I learned everything before I reached on the set, and that's why the sequence looked the way it looked.
Sure.
Is that it? Am I done? Okay.
Like a journalist, when are you planning to marry?
Okay, I have to tell you something interesting. When am I planning to? I don't know why all the journalists are behind this. Okay, so I'm working in 3 languages, as I just mentioned, Hindi, Tamil and Telugu. So when I am working in Hindi, I have news all over the South Indian market. Taapsee is getting married, so she's not acting in movies anymore. Okay, I just gave like a movie called Baby in Hindi. They don't realize it. And when I'm working in South, then the Hindi media say, oh, Taapsee is planning to get married. That's why she doesn't want to do a movie after giving a hit like Baby. So basically an actress cannot be doing multitasking, cannot be choosing movies and doing. Either she has to be getting married, or she has to be doing 12 movies per year. So I don't understand this. Anyone else? That's all. Thank you. It was a pleasure.